Boom. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. What I have in store for you today is going to be yet another massive haul and unboxing. Of course, we're going to have some manga in it, but what makes it special today is we're actually going to be unboxing some anime merchandise as well. Things like posters, pins, figures, and clothing. So if you do happen to enjoy this video, guys, and you want to see more just like this from me, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And really quickly, guys, a little bit of a major announcement before we get started. Moving forward, rather than going by just my name for this channel, I'm going to be doing a little bit of rebranding here, and from now on, my channel is going to be called Wolf Manga. I figure that just going by my name it's not really interesting, captivating, and it's, harder to remember. And not to mention, I have a custom URL for my channel now, which will make it a lot easier to look up my videos and stay updated with my content. Last but not least, here are some of my other social media platforms. Make sure to follow me on those in order to stay updated with my current content. So without further ado, guys, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and dive right into this massive haul and unboxing. All right, guys, so our first unboxing is actually going to be a little in-person pickup from Barnes & Noble. Let's go ahead and see what is inside and see if we got any interesting series. All right, guys, so this first series is one that I've been kind of holding off for a while now, simply because I wanted to get a specific edition of the manga before starting it. And I know I'm late to the party on this one, guys, but our first pickup is going to be Death Note Manga Volume 1 of the Black Edition series. I don't know if you would call this Volume 1 or Book 1, maybe Book 1 since it probably is an omnibus. I have heard a lot of amazing things about this series. If I'm going to be quite honest, however, all I know that the basic premise is like this guy gets like this book and I think he writes their name in it and they end up dying or something along those lines. I haven't really done too much research on this in order to avoid spoilers. Everybody has just been telling me to read this and watch it, so I figured I might as well give it a try. And if it's gonna be Death Note, because it is such a well-renowned series from what I've heard, I had to pick up the Black Edition. So the only reason I waited on this is because this was out of stock for a while now, guys. So yeah, it's gonna look very nice on the shelf, and I cannot wait to start Death Note. Alrighty, folks, so this next series is a really fun series for me, and that is going to be the second volume of How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift. I actually read the first volume of this not too long ago, and oh my god, guys, this is one of the funniest manga I've read to date. I don't know, maybe it's just me and my gym rat pea-sized brain, but this was a really funny and just relatable manga for me. Reading this was just an absolute gem for me. I highly recommend it. I know I've only read one volume, but right from the get-go, it was just really funny, relatable, and informative all at the same time. There's actually a good amount of quality fitness advice in there, such as how to perform certain exercises or certain nutritional guidelines. It's just got a lot of really good information in here, and it's also really funny. It covers a lot of stereotypes about bodybuilding and about other fitness related sports. And all in all, it's just been really enjoyable so far, and I cannot wait to continue this series. Highly recommend. All right, last but not least for this particular in-person Barnes & Noble haul is going to be the first volume of Blood on the Tracks. Blood on the Tracks? Yeah, Blood on the Tracks. So this is another Shuzo Oshimi title, and I have just been hearing nothing but great things about this series so far. I don't know all the specific details, but I know that this is about a mother who is overly and violently protective over her child, and I guess it leads to a lot of questionable events maybe. Like I said, I've heard nothing but great things about this series so far, so I'm looking forward to starting it. Let's move on to the next unboxing. Alrighty, folks, and next up we actually have a Right Stuff pre-order. So I actually pre-ordered this several months ago. I think I know which one this is, but let's go ahead and take out our trusty box cutter. Can't go wrong with Right Stuff, usually, guys, usually. You can tell that Right Stuff definitely takes care of their manga volumes. So thank you, Right Stuff. All right, this is exciting. Finally, we got the 6th volume of Rent-A-Girlfriend. I have been eagerly awaiting this volume for months now because I hear there's so much hype for this particular Rent-A-Girlfriend right here. From my understanding, I think she's the shy archetype type of girl. And I'm a little bit biased. I have a little bit of a thing for that. If you do like rom-com, harem type of series, I definitely recommend it. It's probably not my favorite at the moment. I do like the quintessential quintuplets a little bit better, but this is still a pretty good series, and I'd recommend it to most people. Let me know down below in the description, guys, if you are Team Ruka, Mami-chan, or Chizuru, or even this girl. I'm not sure what her name is, but I am eager to find out and learn more about her. So that is it, guys. Rent-A-Girlfriend Volume 6. Let's move on to the next unboxing. Turns out we actually have 2 more Barnes Barnes & Noble Pickups, which I'm super excited about. So this was a completely separate Barnes & Noble trip, but I actually went again to pick up the 3rd volume of How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift. Like I said, that first volume was such a banger. It was so funny to me, so relatable. I was literally sitting in my bed at like 12 midnight, just cracking up, almost crying in tears because of how relatable and funny it was to me. I haven't met this girl yet. Haven't met her yet. Definitely looking forward to that. So that is it, guys. How heavy are the dumbbells you lift? I cannot recommend this enough. Alrighty, folks, and the last manga volume for today is going to be the 10th volume of Tokyo Ghoul. Holy freaking cow, guys. This took me forever to finally pick up. I was literally waiting months on end to finally pick this bad boy up. You know, I turned notifications on for Right Stuff. I was religiously checking Amazon, religiously checking Barnes & Noble, and finally, after like maybe a couple of months, they finally restocked on volume 10. However, unfortunately, I can't start this right now because I have to read volume 9 first, which finally they ended up restocking. It was a similar situation with volume 10. They were like out of stock for like so long. And once that comes in, I'm gonna pick up where I left off on the Tokyo Ghoul manga, start with 9, and proceed and probably finish the series as soon as I can. And then I'll be eager to start Tokyo Ghoul Re. So that is that, guys. Tokyo Ghoul. Cannot recommend it enough. Alrighty, folks. So next up, we got some interesting merchandise for you. And this is going to be anime related, not necessarily manga, but it's going to be our anime stuff for today's haul. Alrighty, folks. So first and foremost, I want to make a disclaimer. I am no expert in collecting figures. I am no expert in necessarily collecting anime merchandise. I only recently started that, but over time, I would like to start collecting knowledge on it and hopefully get a better grasp of, you know, where to get good deals, what makes a quality figure, how to properly display them, and so on. So the first figure we have for you today, and I got this from one of those Tokyo Japanese lifestyle stores. It was like at my local mall. And this is going to be a 02 figure. Now, you know me, guys. 02 is one of my favorite female characters of all time. She is undoubtedly tied for first for my top waifu. I have nothing but great things to say about the Darling in the Franxx anime. I know some people didn't necessarily like the ending, but it is what it is. Personally, all in all, I give it a very, very high rating on my mount. It was very emotionally compelling for me. I thought that the soundtrack was stellar, one of my favorite openings of all time. So without further ado, let's move on to the next and final figure we have for you today. All right, so this next one is one that I'm really looking forward to unboxing and displaying, and that is going to be a little minifigure of my Eva Unit 2. This is a great anime that deals with themes of, you know, freedom, free will, individuality, self-hatred, humanity, survival, and so forth. And emphasizes lessons like you can't just run away from your problems in life and stuff like that. So all in all, highly recommend watching Neon Genesis Evangelion, and I cannot wait to put this on display. It's gonna look great on my manga shelf. I totally lie, guys. We actually have one more minifigurine, and that is going to be Ram. Some guy called this Ram when I was like buying it. Does anyone pronounce her name as Ram? I don't know. Let me know down below if anyone pronounces her name as Ram. Obviously, guys, Rem is best girl. You know, oh, actually, right here. Right here. You see? Focus. Don't focus on me. Focus on her. Look at this cutie pie right here. Anyways, the main reason I got this was to kind of have the matching figurines for my shelf. We got there's a little Braveheart William Wallace Funko Pop right here, but once we unbox this, I'm gonna be displaying her right here, and it'll be like the twin sisters. Kind of looking this way, and it'll be matching, and it'll be great. It's gonna look great for my shelf. So cannot wait to display that one as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next pickup. All right, continuing on with the ReZero theme. Yeah, this is where I start to go off the rails a little bit, guys. We actually got a little Rem plushie. I cannot emphasize how much I love Rem. I mean, she's just the embodiment of all things good. And yeah, they did her a little bit dirty in season 2, but it is what it is. You know, Amelia's not bad. It's just, I mean, come on, it's Rem. She's best girl. Anyways, guys, on to the next pickup. And I'm not going to open it right now, but I will show some B-roll for it. And that is going to be a ReZero poster with both Rom and Rem. You know, this was just there. It was a relatively cheap poster. Just wanted to pick it up to decorate the room. But like I said, guys, I have really nothing but great things to say about the ReZero anime. It's probably my favorite isekai. Of course, there's a bunch of different isekai I still haven't tried out yet. I think that it's an excellent character study, very emotionally compelling, beautiful visuals and soundtrack. And above all, it's deeply and painfully relatable at some point. That's one of the main reasons, aside from just waifus, that I really love ReZero. And yeah. All right, next up, we got a couple of pins. Wait a minute, what the? Hold up, what? Wait, that freaking Dunderhead. Oh my God, he gave me the wrong pin. I didn't even see it when I picked it up. Okay, so let me show you one of the ones that is the correct pin that I actually wanted to get. Very simple Attack on Titan pin, just to decorate my gym bag. In addition to that, I was supposed to get a Tokyo Ghoul pin. I pointed out which one he was supposed to get, which was a Tokyo Ghoul pin. This is what I got. What? I don't collect Coraline merch. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. I'll just get another Tokyo Ghoul pin. It was like $2. Anyways, guys, let's move on to the next pickup. And that's gonna be some fun stuff from Spencer's. If you guys are familiar with the Spencer store, they're best known for their, how should I say this, questionable merchandise. I did get some, how should I say this, clothing of culture. Just a little devil girl waifu looking type of character right there. I don't know if it's, I don't think it's from any particular anime. I think it's just a random character. Yeah, these are not that ecchi. Like there's no nudity necessarily. First one I could probably get away with wearing in public, but you know, these are mostly like lounging around type of shirts. This last one I actually really like. I don't think it's really ecchi or like, you know, I can wear it pretty much anywhere, I think. Let's just go ahead and show you right now. And yeah, that looks like a solid shirt. Like I could wear that lounging around. I could wear that at a place like Little Tokyo. I mean, you know, no complaints on this one at all. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next pickup. All right, so unfortunately my dad actually opened this up by accident, but we got a little package from Redbubble. I really like Redbubble. This is where you get a lot of your like independent artist merchandise, stuff like that. It's gonna be my little pin haul for today. Check it out, Rem. Very nice, very nice. And we got Raftalia right here, guys. Absolutely adorable little demi-human girl. Rising of the Shield Hero, another great isekai. Not my favorite of all time isekai, but definitely high up there. All right, we got another Attack on Titan one. I think this is from the manga. Eren Yeager, adding on to the theme of waifus. Got a God tier one right here, and that's gonna be Peak. All right, and we made up for that little blunder at the mall with this little Tokyo Ghoul Kaneki pin right here. Kaneki is one of my all-time favorite protagonists. We have a little silent voice pin. Hopefully that's in focus. My all-time favorite anime film. Nothing but great things to say about the film adaptation as well as the manga. Hopefully you guys can see that STEINS Gate with Kurisu and I think, is that Okabe in the back? Halloween Kyoma! I would regard this as arguably a masterpiece of the series. Highly recommend it for anyone interested in drama, seinen, sci-fi, psychological thriller, and so forth. So definitely recommend check out that anime if you haven't done so already. Anyways, guys, let's move on to the next pickup. Next up, we got another Redbubble. I believe this is a poster. Looks like a poster to me. This is gonna be a little bit hard for me to display for you right here, but I will display it for you in some B-roll, but just to kind of show you right here. I got this really nice looking Steins Gate poster. One of my all-time favorite anime. Cannot praise it and recommend it enough. All right, next up we have, I believe this is another poster order. Ooh, I think I know what this is, guys. Ooh, I'm excited for this one. Going on with the similar theme, or actually not the similar, literally the same theme of Steins Gate. We got this super cool freaking Steins Gate poster. I'm probably gonna mention this like 30 times in this video. I have so many great things to say about this. It's a great character study. It's an excellent bridge between science and science fiction. And once you start watching it, at first it can be slow to start, admittedly, but once you start to have the plot unfold a little bit, once the momentum starts to pick up, the plot, the characters, the drama, all of it just becomes really captivating and engaging. I was not expecting to love the series as much as I did. This has rapidly become a contender for my #1 anime of all time. Right now, my #1 is basically a toss-up between Steins Gate and Attack on Titan. And I know one is a shonen, one is a seinen. I cannot say enough great things about both those series, and I love both of them for different reasons. But like I said, Steins Gate is arguably a masterpiece, guys. Maybe you disagree and that's okay, but this was an anime that hit me hard. It was great, interesting, and relatable all in one. You know, I might just be preaching to the choir because this has been out for a while, and I think it is like #3 on Mal right now, or #4, something like that. Steins Gate, check it out. So that is that, guys. Let's go ahead and move on to our final pickup. All right, lastly, we have another pickup from Redbubble. Let's open this bad boy up. Oh, this is nice. I think this is good to end the video with. And last but not least, guys, we have a little photo print of some plastic memories art. You guys have never watched this anime. I don't think it's made for everyone. It's a really sad anime. It's short, like 13 episodes. And admittedly, I had a little bit of mixed feelings after finishing this anime. But after giving it a couple of days to kind of process in my mind and think about the meaning behind it, I ended up really liking it and appreciating what it had to say. It kind of reminded me of like, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas or Violet Evergarden type of vibes. Violet Evergarden, by the way, one of my all-time favorite anime. Still need to get some posters and more merch for that. The story world takes place sometime in like the distant future, where androids that are basically indistinguishable from humans are an actual thing. And the story follows the human protagonist Tsukasa, who's like this either late teens, early 20s male character who gets hired at this terminal service where he and his coworkers have to basically put down these android beings, also called Giftias, because they have a set lifespan, unfortunately. The technology is such that they cannot continue to form memories after a specific time period. I think it's like 9 years and 4 months. And the fact that there is this set lifespan plays a critical role when Tsukasa meets and essentially falls in love with this Giftia named Ayla, or Oida. And the series basically takes you through their encounters, their experiences, the growth of their relationship, and the memories they make. But the bittersweet part of this is that though these memories are beautiful, spectacular, meaningful, cherishable, you know deep in your heart how the series is going to end. I'm not going to say it, but it's there. And throughout the whole series, it kind of lingers in your heart. Now, I wouldn't necessarily give the series a 10, but it's definitely high up there on my Mal. I think it's a little bit underrated, but that's simply an opinion on my part. Though it's not the most spectacular or extravagant of an anime, the message behind it was really impactful to me, and that the only real time we have to make memories in this life is now. You know, tomorrow's never guaranteed because at some point we're all going to die. But the fact that remains is that even in death, we live on in the memories of others that are still living. And it is ultimately our choice whether or not these memories that we forge with others are truly painful ones or happy ones. Plastic Memories to me was a heart-rending tale of mortality, falling in love, and life. It serves as a sort of allegory, a delicate reminder to live each of your days to the fullest and make the most positive memories you can with other people. And at the end of the day, it's your choice whether or not to leave a mark in others' hearts that says, I was here. And so, yeah, guys, that was Plastic Memories. I personally think that this is underrated. If you disagree with me, that's totally cool. I'm not saying that this is the most amazing anime of all time, but I truly appreciate what it had to say at the end of the day. All right, guys, so that pretty much wraps up today's haul for you. Got a lot of different anime and manga pickups today. I certainly hope that you enjoyed at least a portion of this video. And if you happen to like it all in all, please do leave a like. Go ahead and comment down below if you have any comments or questions. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. And as always, stay tuned for the next video.